college football.
It is that time of year again.
College football, it is back.
Here in Boulder, Colorado, right now is the epicenter of college football.
It's time. It's time. Let's go.
Welcome to RobDaManMedia with co-host Coach Dre.
Yo, 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 yo! What's going on, man? What's going on, family? What's up, Coach Dre?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, man, we got another one, man. We 2 days away from college football. We got a special guest today in the building. We're going to introduce her to the family. She's going to introduce herself, man. Let me bring her up on the stage right quick. What's going on? What's going on?
Good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tennessee. Cess, I'm in the building. Coach Dre, RobDaManMedia. I appreciate y'all having me. So humbled. Let's go Buffs. Let's go Buffs. What's up?
Hey, let everybody know, man. You know what your channel about, who you are. Hey, the link is already up there. You know what I'm saying, for people to pull up on the channel. So hey, let everybody know who you are. What's going on?
Listen, I'm just a sports lover, avid sports lover. Cess, from Cess Talk Sports Channel here on YouTube and across all platforms. It's not even really a channel. I want to say it's a community, but really it's more like a movement. I cut this camera on just to see, was anybody screaming at the TV like I was when some of the sports was going on. And I've been amazed at the way people show up and show out for my channel. Started a show called Now Joining the Conversation on the channel with a homeboy from college that we just always been talking sports. I am an avid South Carolina Gamecock fan when it comes to women's hoops. The conversation started from there. Being able to just watch women's basketball right now is a special thing for me, especially because if I love this so much. If I could have grew up to be in the WNBA, I would have. But I came up in a time where you couldn't grow. There was nothing to grow. There was no way to grow up and be a professional basketball player for a female. Like this all started. This phenomenon all started like in my lifetime. So to see this thing go from 1996 where it was at to where it is now is like it's amazing. And then to see the talent where it is right now is amazing. Like I remember when we was in the gym, like wish we could duck trying to do the little calf raises to see if we could get our hops up, and we was happy to be just hitting the bottom of the net, like, oh, we touched the net. Now, you know what I'm saying, they grabbing rim and dunking on a regular. Like I'm looking at the talent coming in here, Ashlyn Watkins, Anaya Hardy, you got Fournier coming out of Colorado. You got I think Dowda. I don't know. I'm wondering if Dowda could dunk. I'm just looking like Camila Cardoso. You've seen her dunk. We got Candace Parker in the game. And now you see girls like really ready to like throw it down on somebody, like ready to catch a oop on somebody. Like it wasn't like we went from touching the bottom of the net to, hey, you better be careful because if you miss this free throw, she might Allen Iverson you and just one arm it right down the lane on you. So to see this game where it's at is a beautiful thing to me. I feel a responsibility to talk about this, to talk about this game where it's at right now, and to let people know like the game is in such good hands. Like the game is in such good hands right now. Like for me, women's hoops was University of Tennessee, Pat Summitt. That was it. That was it for me. If you could grow up and play at Tennessee, oh my gosh, you were something. And then you had this dude over in Stores showed up that wanted to start rivaling with some, being this rival to Tennessee. And there was other schools along the way, but UConn came along, right? And so you look at this stuff in eras, man. Like there was Tennessee, and there was Candace Parker, and it was Pat Summitt, and it was Shamika Holesclaw, and Nikki McCray, and they didn't know her then, but Kelly Harper was Kelly Jolly then. Like you had all of this talent over there, and then that turned into Breanna Stewart and Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore and Rebecca Lobo and all of these people like Stewie, four championships in college, four MVPs in college. You don't see that. So now it's like they really out here having a fight over who gonna get what talent. Before you just went to some hot schools. Now it's like, is NC State gonna be there? What is LSU gonna do? Notre Dame, right? What are all these people gonna do? So for me, it's just the excitement, but also like I feel like a responsibility that this is my way to be able to kind of carry on what women's hoops means to me, and that just turned into this community, man. I know I went the long way around. But this thing, I cut this thing on and started talking, and then I started hearing people say stuff like, we didn't know we needed this, or what time is therapy tomorrow? And it was like, okay, this means something to y'all. Because I'm just having fun. I don't know. This when I cut the camera on and the game is on, you really just getting me in front of the game. So I'm not putting on no airs. This is how it would be if the camera was off. I would just be in a room hollering by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I love it that much. But that turned into conversations about like what college football team do you watch?
I mean, honestly, man, when you turn the camera on, you don't never know where it's gonna go. You just come over here and do what you love to do, and that's the great part. When shout out to the family that found you, and then gave me info to come out and check you out. And the episode I checked out was you was doing Coach Prime in Colorado Buffs. I was like, okay, let me see. So, well, breaking news right now, Cordell Russell C5 is having surgery today. So that just happened. He just announced it on public eyes now, that he's going through surgery right now, man. So we want to send our prayers to C5.
Yeah, wow, C5,
yeah, and hope that he have a successful surgery today, man. Send prayers to him. But yeah, he's having surgery today. So they just got to announce publicly. So for those who don't know, that just happened. So, but to get back into how I found you, right? Shout out to the family for finding you.
Yeah, shout out.
You was talking about Colorado football. You was talking about the impact Deion Sanders had. So I just want you to talk a little bit for the people that don't know you on this side. And she's live on her channel right now. So y'all click on that link, man. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe to her channel, man. She do some good stuff over there. But I just want you to go into the
appreciate you.
For Colorado.
Oh, look, let me tell you something. So before I even really started talking Gamecocks, I was talking Colorado Buffs, and I was talking Prime, the impact of Prime, right? So it was like I was figuring out where my channel was gonna go, and Deion was doing this thing. This thing was happening. Everybody was like, he came on TV and he said he was headed someplace and he was bringing his luggage and it was Louis, and it was like, something to happen right here. The luggage is Louis, and they don't understand what he's saying, right? And people, what got me in the conversation about Prime was his luggage is Louis. Like they didn't understand the value of the young people that was coming out of Jackson State to Colorado with him. Like understand his value in HBCU. So for him to put the Louis tag on him was like, he finna make y'all see what it is that's going on, that's been going on down at HBCUs. I'm a product of HBCU. Go Hornets, Alabama State University. That's my HBCU, right? So when I seen it and it was like, okay, Prime, I see what you're talking about. And then I started seeing the attacks, and it was like, they don't understand that they need to be protecting him with everything they got. Like this is a different type of coach. Y'all scared about him having to recruit, but what y'all don't even realize is he turning kids away. He don't got to come ask nobody to play for him. When Prime sit down, Saban sit down, whoever sit down, you leave him with Prime. You leave him with Prime because he gonna take care of you in a way that's outside of being an athlete. Everybody else is, to me, outside of Prime and Don, and I call Coach Don Staley Coach Big Drip. outside of Coach Prime and Coach Big Drip, they're not checking for these kids like this. And so the flip side of Cess Talk Sports is Cess love the kids, and I'm over here hollering like, hey, don't give up on them. Is value in them, and y'all like, oh, they in their phones, they in here, they in there, they don't know this, they don't know that. Y'all don't know them. Y'all need to take a step back and get to know them, so that y'all can understand why they're in their phones, why they're why they move the way they do, so that you can connect with them. Like Prime is connected. He don't, the talent coming to him. They scared. They don't want Prime to get in and they don't want Prime to get bowl eligible. They don't want people to see Prime success. This is why the coverage is always all the bad stuff. He left Jackson State. Why is he leaving HBC? The water wasn't no good down there. Why you think? They couldn't even get the water right down there. He got to go from there. He got to take it to better. So to see him doing all that stuff, and then the stuff they talk about, ain't nobody talking about for real. He sat down all the men and said, who got something on the way? Who got something on the way? And they getting up, coming, bringing their chairs. Me too. Okay, you got something on the way? Well, this. Don't be ashamed about fatherhood. Be this about fatherhood. Approach it this way. This is how you set up for your kids to be ready in the future. Like, he's using his connections and his platform in a way that people don't want to respect. And so that was like my thing was like the impact of Prime. Like, y'all don't understand that Prime is changing college football, and y'all need to watch. If you want to know how to reach these kids, if you want to know how to get them to run through the wall for you, you got to do it right now, right? And I think for me, it was like, okay, nobody is giving him a platform. Nobody is celebrating him. Nobody is recognizing how he's changing these lives. And so I kept my camera on to try to start telling people. And it was like, okay, people was hitting here, there a little bit. And then it was like, okay, what else can I talk about? And then I started learning about the algorithm and how competitive is this? Should I talk about this topic? Should I talk about, so I started learning in it, and it was like, okay, now it's basketball season. Where am I going? And it was like, it's another coach that we need to be protecting with everything in us, because it's bigger than sports for them. These are the people that are saving our young people, like one person at a time. And so we got to we have to be able to take advantage of that. And I think the other side is just letting people know that, like, these kids are different. They're not waiting their turn because they don't have to. They don't know that life. And I want people to understand that it's not disrespectful. Like, they understand the history. They respect the people that came before them. But what I gotta wait for? You here? Thank you. So happy for you. Glad you're here. But what I gotta wait for? You the one? Because see, I'm here to be the one. So take it out. Take the ball out. Because I'm here to test that. I'm here to push that. So Dinah Taurasi is on TV, and she's like, Caitlin Clark coming into the league, it's going to be an adjustment. Cheryl Swoops is like, yo, this is a hard league to get into. You don't just walk into this thing and make it happen. Like, all of this stuff, there's a learning curve. And they were right. The flip side of what they didn't know is that Angel Reese was like, learning curve where? Because I'm coming through this thing. I'm not only finna crush this learning curve, but I'm also finna lay a blueprint that allows kids to come out of college millionaires. And so now what are y'all doing with that? So yeah, you may feel some type of way in the league about how I'm coming, but you got to respect me. You got to respect me because I earned everything I got. And so while they trying to pit these two, I think, eras, against each other, like if and we call them the season curly fries on my show. If the veterans would be willing to learn something from these young people, they could push their platforms a little bit further. They could get some merch out. They could get some followers. They could get some money outside of the WNBA, right? They could do those things if they're willing to partner. But the WNBA and these players that have been in the league, that have carried it, that we appreciate for 28 years for keeping this thing going till Angel Reese and Rakia Jackson and Alyssa Peely and Cameron Brink and all of them could get here. If y'all would come together, look, your brand could take off and my game probably could take off. But as long as y'all sitting in the media trying to see who can get the most likes, we gonna keep having this thing. But it's a beautiful time in sports. It's a beautiful time in sports, and it's a beautiful time for women in sports. And so just being able to have that platform in a place that people feel safe to come out and have conversations, and people feel safe to come out and rep their team, whether we all on the same team or not, we can all have a conversation that's respectful and engaging. and informative and educating. So, yeah, that's what this is about. So more than anything, when I cut this thing on, I'm learning. And when I'm like, my chat better than yours, it's because if I don't know the answers in the chat, and I've been blown away by the way my chat shows up and shows out. I've just been blown away.
All right, Coach Dre. So, in your eyes, what do you see the impact that Coach Prime has made, especially going into this season, coming out of year 1 to year 2? What do you see is?
I mean, she hit the nail on the head. It just comes down to, do you believe?
He coming back, y'all. Be relaxed. He coming back. Co-host coming back. I know y'all used to him
It's real.
talking all the time, and I'm the quiet one. But he coming back, man. He coming back. I promise y'all, he coming back.
I done came on and threw the show off. Hold on.
No, you good. You good. He about to pop back up.
For sure. Shout out to my fam that showed up in the chat. I appreciate y'all.
Normally I don't come on Tuesday, so that, we getting back in the algorithm. So everybody now you
Hello?
just come on
Y'all got
Tuesdays. Yeah, we got you. Go ahead, loud and clear, baby. Oh man, he dropped back off. But I'm gonna get into this. Why he do this? How do you see game 1 going? Colorado versus North Dakota State. How do you see the game going?
Okay, let me say this about me so everybody understand. I'm always a heart over mind pick. So I'm never the stats pick. For me, I feel like game 1, we gonna come out and make a statement. We're gonna leave no doubt. I know people like North Dakota State. I don't know. But to me, I feel like for this year, it ain't even for them to know. I feel like this year, we're gonna leave no doubt. I'm not saying we going undefeated. I'm not calling for a blowout, but I'm calling for a comfortable game.
Okay.
This coach, I don't think people understand. Like, to me, this Coach Prime last time to coach his sons, unless he do like I want him to do and just go to the NFL with him and just keep winning. So he gonna leave no doubt. This is about being able to put, and it's about the other guys, the other men on his team too. But this could potentially be his last year coaching his men, the men he raised, and so this is about, to me, them putting the rings on together. So y'all be careful. Deion not gonna be playing with y'all this year. Them Sanders boys not playing this year. Them and Travis. We gonna see something special. We gonna see records broken. We gonna see why we follow him. This it's a dangerous time. It's a dangerous time right now. But I see this game going our way.
Yeah, I mean, he is what he is. Again, I keep telling you, I done seen this story before. I done seen this book before. He done wrote the story. I think we get caught up in everything wanting to be microwave in this world. Everybody should and do something with mediocre stuff. Like, if you can't got all the ingredients, how you gonna make a cake? You get what I'm saying? Now, I went to the store the other day. I see where they got the cakes now. You can just put it in the microwave. Who want that? You get what I'm saying? And I think everybody wants everything microwave. But now, when you can go get the ingredients yourself and get a pick from the same litter that everybody else gets to pick from, then you get to see, hey, I can make a cake just as good as you. She hit it on the head. These HBCU kids that y'all said couldn't play, and Prime told y'all when he first got to Jackson, he said the only difference between HBCUs and Power is up front. It's up front. You know, the linemen, it's a little different up front. But these skilled kids, these kids that play quarterback, receiver, running back, defensive back, we can play with the best of them. And you got to understand that some of these kids it's a lot to it. But when you say he does things, he played daddy ball. Well, if that was the case, we'd have just started Silman Craig and JB last year. But them boys didn't start. They had to earn their stripes. They had to earn their way in to play. And so, but like I told you, Coach Prime building better men. And if you can't get behind that, If you can't get behind that, and again, I'm gonna keep telling people, other fan bases, if you show me your coach doing that, hey, we'll get right on here and give your coach a hand applaud, a hand clap, but ain't nobody else doing that. You gonna see other coaches do it now because Prime done did it, but that's the way he's always been. He's always been the man that set the trends. He say he ain't following nobody else. Y'all can come follow me and do what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? And he's not doing it disrespectful. I think people say I tell people to kill people with kindness. That don't mean I tell people to be quiet. I just ain't got. I can talk intelligently and ain't got or not have a conversation with you. You get what I'm saying? Okay, you came to see me, but you don't like me. Who you know going to see people they don't like? I don't care if it's a job or not. It's my job. It's my job. I got to feed my family. That's why. No, bro. If I don't like you, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You go your way, I go my way. But I expect Colorado to do what they, because you got kids that want this. And then when you hear Livingston stand up yesterday and say, I'll run through a brick wall for them the kind of guys that you want. And there's no knock on no coach that was there last year, but I don't think we had those kind of coaches last year.
Yeah, man.
And I'm a coach. I tell my coaches we tell our coaches all the time, hey, we have to be the example for the head coach. We got to show the kids that us as assistants will run through the wall for the head coach, so the kids will run through the wall for us and for him. So it just goes to show that, man, you have to you got to buy in. And one thing about your platform, that night that Rob said it, he called me up. He was like, hey, bro, check this out. I like when you before you type, you have rules. And people think, me and Rob, oh man, y'all guys so sensitive, y'all don't want. No, man, it's just a respect. It's respect. Respect due to anybody.
It's respect.
You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna come in here
Absolutely.
and let you disrespect nobody, because let me tell y'all something. Negativity, it's just like an argument with anybody. You get in the argument, when you go to lose in the argument, you know what you start doing? You get personal. You get personal because you lose it. So now you gotta take you taking shots at people that you don't have to take no shots at. You get what I'm saying? She said a big thing. She say, I just turned on the camera and be me. Hey, when I turn on this camera, I'm Coach Dre. When I turn this camera off, I'm going right back in this school. I'm gonna be Coach Dre. You get what I'm saying? I'm not changing who
Absolutely.
I am or anything. This me. You get what I'm saying? This Coach Dre all day, every day. You get what I'm saying?
See that gold whistle, baby?
And that's what we got to be as a.
I see it.
Not just. You get what I'm saying? It's just
exactly.
And then this is what we gonna do, man. We went out. Like I said, we didn't know this lady. We had some people in our chat who were over there watching her show. They hit us up. We went and watched it. And Rob immediately that night he said, "Hey, bro, we got to get on the show. We need to let these people know that it's somebody out here doing the right thing, doing it the right way." And like she said, this is a movement. This ain't just us just talking. This is a movement, because that's what we need in life. You got so much negative stuff going on. Every time you turn on the TV, this negative, that negative. You get on YouTube and social media, it's negative. No, we're going to come over here. We're going to be positive. We're going to be understanding. We might not all agree on everything, but it's a way to talk about it. As I always tell you, if you got something that you like to eat, and then you come to my house and I fix it for you, and you watch me fix it. Now you watch me do all that. Boy, it smell good, but I go outside and I get the garbage can lid and I put that food on the garbage can lid and I say, "Oh, here you go." Who eating that?
Coach Dre. That's the same. Listen, with Cliff Huxtable said it on the episode, and he asked that man. He said, "What's your favorite meal?" That man say porterhouse. He said, "Oh, I put the onions on it." Oh man, I put that thing and I bring it in on the garbage can lid. It was nothing. A light bulb went off. So to hear you say that, like that's something from that era, that TV show. And I know people get in their feelings about Bill Cosby, however they want. I'm not talking about Bill Cosby right now. I'm talking about Heathcliff Huxtable, the father of America, right? So figure that part out. But the lessons that was able to stick with us from there, that vision right there, it applies in so many different. It applies in so many different parts of life. Anything you want to talk about, if I take your favorite whatever and bring it into you off top of the garbage can lid, you'll understand what I'm saying. You don't want that. You don't care how good it smells. You don't want that. That's one of my favorite analogies to be able to use with people. Please understand this is where it's at. Yes. Wow, that hit home. Right
and
there
then
for me.
I tell people, I tell people all the time, a lie, and the truth went swimming. The lie got out first and went to town, and the truth closed. But before before the truth was put on the lie clothes, he said, "I'll just go to town and be the naked truth." You understand me? Because it is what it is. There's no need to try to dress it up. You get what I'm saying? I understand X's and O's. I understand all of that. But when I get on here, I'm talking about, again, I'm down here in Gainesville. Do y'all not know that they are trying to bash the Gators for what they said in their documentary? But that's what went on. He not telling you no lies. They telling y'all the God-having truth. Urban Meyer said, I treat stars like stars. I treat walk-ons like walk-ons.
Oh, yeah. That's real life, though.
Prime not doing that, but y'all don't want to applaud that. It is. It is. But now, because Prime is showing you that, hey, I understand this kid might not make it to the NFL, like a kid like the governor. He probably not gonna play in the NFL, but I'm gonna make sure this kid is gonna be professional at something. I see what he can do well, and I'm gonna push it. And I'm gonna put him out there, and I feel as Shedeur Sanders, not maybe on the football field, but in my aspect of what I bring to this football team, I play my role and I do it to the best of my ability. And you don't find football coaches doing that. Again, because I think when he was at Jackson, I heard him say, after his first game, after they played FAMU the first year, all the kids didn't have their names on the back. I think FAM didn't have the names on the back of the jersey, or some of the kids on some other games. He said, oh, so we can't get the kids' names on the back of the jersey? He said, oh, I'll pay for everybody in the whole league to get their names on the back of the jersey. You see, Prime can say what other people can't say because he ain't scared. He don't have nothing to lose. See, I done been to the top of the mountain. See, it's something different when you done been to the top of the mountain. Prime is trying to take other people to the top of the mountain with him now because he done been there. He's been to the top of the mountain. So do you want to get on
bigger than culture?
Get on this man, get on this train? It's bigger than coach. Again, but he found his purpose. I tell people, like me and bro, I know everybody say stand on business, and we got shirts with that on it. But this year it's stand on purpose. Because how you gonna stand on business if you ain't got no purpose?
I love it.
You can't say you standing on business if you ain't got no purpose. What your purpose is? What you doing this for? I tell people I get up every morning, I got a purpose. My purpose is I'm supposed to bless these young kids on top of being a great father to my 4 and a great granddad to my 1. Hey, listen, these young men where I'm from out East Gainesville, and they got real world problems. Real world problems. And my purpose is to try to make it better for them. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we trying to get kids prepared for. And I don't think people. You see a lot of these athletes, people don't want to talk about it, but suicide is the highest rated NCAA athletes. These young people are killing themselves because they can't. So we got to do what we can to make sure that these kids, and Coach Prime, he has the thing for the mental and everything. So. You find a way to knock him down for what? But it's just because you're scared. It's just scary.
You can't cancel his culture.
You want things to stay the way it is, but it's not gonna be that. Right? You can't do it. So and we just gonna keep it rocking over here, man. We gonna keep it positive. I know everybody's excited about this first game. We just want to come out here, like I tell my team, I just want to be 1-0 this week. I ain't worried about Nebraska next week. I'm worried about North Dakota State Thursday night. I want to be 1-0 this week. Want to wake up Friday morning being 1-0, and then you can go on to the next week, because that even in life, that's how we get beside ourselves. We start looking in front. Be happy with the moment that you got right now, because tomorrow not permanent. So let's be happy with the moment that we have right now, and let's live in that.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. So,
Coach, you said something was real profound. I'm sorry if I could just jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
I wanted to make this point about what Prime is doing about preparing them to maybe you not going to the NFL, right? I don't know. I think maybe there may be 2,000 jobs in the NFL, right? but it's over 100,000 computer programming, computer engineering type job that's going to put you in a position to start making to have a career and not a job. And he's setting men up to have a career and not a job. He's setting men up to be family men. He's setting them up to be fathers. He's setting them up to be professionals. He's setting them up to be people that give back to the community. You know what I mean? And I love that. But being able to show them the options, being able to give them the experiences, and that's the stuff that I think Prime and Coach Staley does. You know what I mean? To take them ladies to Paris last season to start the season, the international travel, the experience, the Eiffel Tower, all of those things. That didn't have anything to do with basketball, but that experience, they'll be better from that because now they're international. They're international travelers, and they had that experience. But I think what Coach Prime and Coach Big Drip are doing, they're allowing these kids to be unapologetically themselves, and that's been a running theme I think with these young people. Is like, I can just be me. I don't have to code switch. I don't have to dress it up. I don't have to dress it down. I don't have to look like you look. I can be unapologetically me and be respected for that and be able to have my gifts respected and be compensated for them. Just being myself. Being me is good enough. And that's what I think they give back to the kids most. And that's what I think is most important. Being you first and then figuring out the rest of that stuff on top.
To move this thing forward, what's your 3 things that you focus on this year from the Colorado Boss?
So the impact of the coaching staff, especially like Warren Sapp, the offensive line and their ability to be able to keep Shedeur upright and doing what he wants to do, and the coaches from a quarterback standpoint, and then the impact of this team off the field. The impact of this team off the field. I think what they thought they saw last year in the beginning of the year when everybody was jumping on the Buffs bandwagon and it kind of fell off. This movement is getting ready to continue, and the watch, the sunglasses, all of that took the nation by storm. It's going to be even bigger, and I think that's the biggest thing I'm watching is how this movement is getting ready to change college football. Like it's shifting gears, and I don't think people understand that. So those are things I'm watching out the bus this year.
I'm glad you mentioned that because most people don't think about the off the field. All they think about X and O's and this player, that player, but they don't think about the impact of what's one win stacking to another win can prevail and lead into bigger things. But Coach Dre, same question to you. You know, what's 3 impactful things that you're gonna be looking for this season from the Colorado Buffs and Coach Prime?
Again, I'm always say this. I'm looking for consistency on both sides of the football, offense and defense. I want to have something that we can hang our hats on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. I think we didn't have that last year. We didn't know what we were getting week to week. So consistency is something that we can hang our hats on. I want to see a commitment to running the football. Like he did, I want to see like he did kind of at Jackson State. I think we can get maybe not 1,000-yard rusher, but I think we can get 1,000 yards from the running back room altogether. And then the third thing is, like y'all said, it's just the off the field stuff to make sure that they're becoming better young men. What they're doing out in the community. You talk about everybody talks about the necklaces and the bling and all the stuff that these boys bring. Like you say, we ain't asking y'all to be different, but let's talk about how Shedeur went out to a high school and did things for the high school. Nobody talks about that. Let's talk about how he's gotten chains and all that for the boys that maybe they couldn't afford chains. Well, you can't afford no chain, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. You get what I'm saying? But nobody talks about that. So it's upon people like us to bring that to the forefront because ain't nobody gonna talk about it. She said something real profound. Everybody was on the train when we was 3-0. You couldn't go nowhere without talking about Colorado and Deion Sanders, boy. Yes, sir. But when they fell off, I tell my kids all the time, you'll find out who your real friends is when you're at the bottom of the barrel.
Yes, sir.
You'll find out who your real friends is when you're at the bottom of the barrel, or when you're going through a
Absolutely.
tough time. When you're going through a time when you really need somebody Will you stick up for me when I'm not there and somebody talking about me? So we found out who real fans was and who was just bandwagon fans or just guys, that people that just wanted to be here because of the fame and the hype. So, I just want these guys to stay level-minded. Again, I just want them to take it week to week. We just want to be 1-0 each week. I just want to take it week to week.
All right, so I'm gonna pop a fun question to y'all right quick. What team would you love to see Shedeur Sanders go to in the NFL?
Am I first?
Yeah, you first. You
In my
guest on the show.
In my wildest dreams, how this thing would go, Deion would win. He would win that natty with his sons, and everybody would pack up and go to Dallas and save them because Jerry need help down there. Jerry need help. Deion, Shiloh, Shedeur, Travis, Jerry, Papa Jerry need help down there. So it would either be Dallas he would go save, or they would all go save the Raiders. Because what happened in Cess City State in Cess City, and that just seemed like a prime time kind of town. But if Shedeur could go, that's in my wildest dreams. But because Shedeur is working with Tommy Brady, right? Could he possibly head it to the Patriots? Could he possibly on his way to the Patriots to do something different?
I don't think he want to go to a cold city.
I don't know if he want to go to a cold city either. But yeah, he can't go. He not going down Miami. He's not going to Chicago, right? He's not going nowhere down in LA. Could he go to Tampa? Could he go to Tampa? Could he go to Tampa? Right? And I don't know what Deshaun doing. He got that guaranteed money. He ain't played no football since then. But it's cold there. Tampa though, maybe maybe they just holding that spot warm for him right now. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this: if he go to the Dallas Cowboys, you might as well go ahead and raise whatever the price is for him. You might as well go ahead and triple that because that just went up a whole other level. He goes to Dallas.
Oh, they'd be sick of America's team then.
Listen, but when y'all, they definitely. I don't think he wants to coach in the NFL. I think it's a little. He said he'll be done went in at halftime and told half of the team to go home because, like you say, when this man making money, it's a little different. I didn't think of the Tampa Bay thing because I stay in Florida, and for some reason they are high on old boy down here. I don't know what's wrong with him because I ain't. But okay, but the Saints, the Raiders, or the Jets, because I think this is it for Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, sure.
And listen, I don't want him to go to the Jets.
I like the idea though.
But I think this is it for Aaron Rodgers. I don't think the Jets are going to be that great this year. So we talking about the 1 or 2, 3 pick. We saying the Jets are in there. We got to think about that.
That's
legendary
though.
Could he go to San Francisco? Could he go to San Francisco? Who the coach in San Francisco?
They won't be able to have a pick though. They have to trade someone to get up
quarterback. They got Purdy. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
That ain't nothing to write home about. I mean, I'm sorry. That ain't nothing to write home about. We talking about Shedeur.
Dallas is a good fit because your boy contract finna come up, and he gonna want Mahomes type money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He gonna want Mahomes type money, or somewhere around there. And Shedeur gonna come in. They got the rookie pay scale, so you can get Shedeur for less money than what you're gonna have to pay. You'd have to pay Dak Prescott. So yeah, okay, we can talk about that. They just paid CD yesterday. They just gave
Could he stay in Denver?
I think No.
Could he stay in Denver?
They love Bro Nick. They love Bro Nick.
Okay. They love him. Okay. I'm waiting to see.
Hey, honestly, I want to.
Hey, listen, Chill.
If Denver can get 2 picks, if Denver can get the first and second or the second and third, we get Travis with him. Because the next question is gonna be what
you gotta bring the luggage. You gotta bring the luggage. All the luggage go together. So
yeah,
I think
now we talk. Now listen, now that's the one kid that I think gonna end up staying that could stay in Colorado is Travis. I think the Broncos are high on Hunter. So I think he stays.
Okay.
I think he stays in Denver. I think they find a way to try to go get him. Shador, like I say, you already paying both compete for the starting job, and that's why I say I think this is Aaron Rodgers last year. Jets. We know the Raiders need a quarterback. I'm with you, like, you know, he hurt all the time and he ain't never available, you know, but y'all done guaranteed the money, so I
he guaranteed up there.
Whew.
That's crazy though. But those three teams out here in Florida, boy, I'd be down there in Tampa every other day.
Hey, Shador go to Tampa, man. Hey.
Will Shador and Shiloh be together?
I think they're gonna separate.
Okay.
I think one of the three of them gonna end up in Vegas. Go ahead, Coach Ray. All right, so when I look at Travis, Shador, and Shiloh, one of them gonna end up in Vegas. I don't know which one. One of them end up in Vegas. So Vegas has put too much time and effort to get one of them. So it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, where they pick at, which one of them they're gonna be able to get. But one of them gonna end up in Vegas. It just got the writing on it. So moving forward, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out for the super chat that we just got, man, from Rel. Appreciate you, man, as always. Looking back at looking forward at this season, knowing that we got North Dakota State coming up, what's the most thing that intrigues you about this game on Thursday?
Seeing the growth of Shiloh and Travis together, and being able to kind of like see everybody healthy at the same time. I think Travis came back after the injury last year. Shador had kind of already been not hurt, but had been, you know, roughed up enough, like fresh at the start of the season, healthy, and the growth of their chemistry between each other, I think is what I'm most excited about. And of course, how this O-line gonna look. I think that's the thing keeping me up at nighttime. Like, what is are they really ready? Okay. Are they really ready? I hear you, coach, but are they really ready? He said, Prime say don't worry. So, I mean, I'm not worried, but I want to see it for myself. If that makes sense. Like, I just want to see it all come together right now.
Yeah, sure. Coach, I know you got to jump off. Just let me know when.
I mean, she hit it on the head. Yeah.
Go ahead,
I know she hit it on the head.
Okay. All right.
But I think the offensive line. Huh?
Go ahead, Coach.
You got me? Yeah, the offensive line is it. I just want to see them. I want to see the five that we run out there, which I feel is going to be the five we've been seeing. It just might be a little difference in switching it up. I think Tyler Brown's going to probably be that tackle, and I think Benson's going to be at that other guard. If it's not that way, I'm still good with it, but the biggest thing is why the offensive line is going to be better, I think, is Tyler Brown. He's the glue to that offensive line. I think we've been better last year. We'd have had Tyler Brown. I keep saying that. So, but I want to see what we do up front defensively. I want to see if B.J. Green is what we think he is, if Hayden is what we think he is, and I want to see what Coach can do on the inside because I feel like he played out of position last year. So the trenches is what I'll be looking at Thursday night.
So the thing that intrigues me most about this game on Thursday is the adjustment period of them with the headsets on and the tablets and the adjustments they're going to make throughout the game. I think a lot of people, not thinking about it because it hasn't been in college football. So now that you actually communicate with a player on the field and have the tablets in real time to be able to see your mistakes, make adjustments, I want to see what type of adjustments they make throughout the game on the fly to make this thing gel even more. That's what most intrigues me about this game on Thursdays. Just being to see, all right, we say we got this. Now let's see it in action with the information that we got provided to us, and they're back to their natural abilities of what they had in the NFL. Now down into college, this is like a win-win match made in heaven. Now let's see this thing get all put together at once in one game, and let's see the adjustments being made on the fly.
I got a question. How do you think that new 4-2-5 scheme that Livingston is trying to use, how is that going to strengthen what we do? How do you expect that to strengthen our defense?
Honestly, I think it's going to be week to week. I don't think we're going to necessarily run a 4-2-5 each week.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's going to be preference of the team. Is it a passing team? Is it a run team? What do we need to see? Because when you look at this defensive line, these linebackers, we got defensive line and linebackers to fit certain situations, right? If we playing against running teams, we got the D line that can go in there and handle business with the run. We got the linebackers that can go in and stop for the run. We also got depth where now if we go to a passing team and we need a 3-down linebacker that can play, we got one of those. We got two of those. So that's the thing that that was missing last year. We just didn't have the depth pieces. But overall, I do think we're going to run a multitude of defenses and not just a 4-2-5. I think you're going to see a little bit of 4-3. You might see a little bit of multiple in there. But overall, we definitely going to more than likely see cover one more than anything. But, can't wait till the game start, man, because we're going to see a lot of different things. My biggest thing, takeaway from Thursday, is do not show a lot if we don't have to.
Oh, yeah. No, don't show too much. Don't show too much, but leave no doubt and let them know we're here and we're not playing. That, to me, that's it. And then, I'm always looking forward to Alejandro Mata. I'm waiting for the kicker. I hope he get to do his thing this time, too. I love to see him dance.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a game on the you looking for? I think I got Coach back now.
You got to think that the 4-2. When you think about the 4-2, when you think about the 4-2-5, like he said it yesterday that it depends on what you're doing. So he kind of gave you some clues, like if we do this, it'll be more like what Zimmer ran, and then if we do this, it'll be more like what Lewis ran, what Marvin Lewis ran when he was with the Raiders. So, like you say, we're gonna see multiple defenses. I'm not concerned. One thing I like about Livingston is he playing to them boys' strength. He playing to their strength.
So Mac had a question. Who do you think gets the headset on defense? That question's already been answered. The linebackers are going to have the green dot. The headsets, you're going to have Robert Livingston, Sappa have one, Lewis to have one, Hart to have one.
Well, all the coaches can have
Mathis
one
to have one.
So
all the position coaches that have one.
All of them can have.
Okay, that's right.
Everyone can have one. That's part of the new rule system. That's why they went to that, so that all the coaches could be interactive with the headsets and interactive with the kids. So everybody should have a headset on.
Yeah, that was a rule change this year. Not last year. You can only have a certain number. This year, it's not a certain number that you can have. So you should see all the coaches have one.
Last year was just 10. You only can have 10.
Yep.
All the coaches,
I know
you could have
Bartolone,
a headset, but the coaches.
Yeah, I know Bartolone will be upstairs and Pollock will be upstairs. I haven't heard on the defensive side who will be upstairs, but on the offensive side, Pollock and Bartolone will be upstairs. So you'll see both coordinators on the field this year. You won't see one of them upstairs, one of them downstairs. Both of them will be on the field.
I got a question for y'all. I know Coach got to get out of here, but what kind of season are y'all expecting out of Jimmy Horn Jr.?
I'm going to let Coach answer that one because that's a Florida boy now. Hey, go ahead.
I expect him, again, I tell people the truth. I think he had a lot on his heart last year. a lot on his mind with off the field stuff. I think that's kind of cleared up now, and I think he's playing clear minded. He's being Jimmy again. You know, he went back to his tape. That's what he had
They better look
back
out.
here in high school and stuff. And once he tweaked that hamstring in the spring, he never got healthy. Guys, when you have a hamstring injury, the only thing that you can do for a hamstring is rest it. You get what I'm saying? And if you can't, but then once I found out what was going on with Zay Weaver, and ever since week 2, he was playing hurt. There was no way in heck that Jimmy Horn was gonna sit down when my brother's sitting here playing hurt. I can't leave him out to dry. I love him, I love my brother to death. So he just went out there and he was a trooper. But during the off season, he's got his rest. And a lot of the off season stuff went away, and I expect them to have a big season. In the return game as well. That's why I really think he's on.
When I look at Jimmy Horn Jr., he just flat out he's more healthier this year than he was this time last year. You don't see the gets up and
maybe
you don't see him with a lot of stuff on his mind. You could just see like it's just a relief this year. He's got a different level of focus this year. He knows that hey, this is it. There ain't no next season. In college football. You're gonna see him more in the special teams game than you've seen last year. You're gonna see him using a multitude of ways to help bring his value up in the NFL. Because at the end of the day, we got the most players for the Senior Bowl. So we gotta do what we gotta do. At the end of the day.
Scary hours.
Yeah.
It's scary hours. Y'all better watch out.
Jimmy Horn is one of those that you gotta do. But go ahead, Coach Dre. I know you got to get up out of here. Go ahead and say your last words before you get up out of here. He might be off. But Jimmy Horn, man, he's gonna be good, man. He's gonna be good. He's gonna have a good season.
Oh, they better watch out. It's scary hours.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach Dre.
No, I'm here, bro. Hold on. I'm here, bro. I'm here. And I appreciate everybody. Coach got to get out of here. Got to get back to my real work with us. You want us to come over there and rock with you? You just let us know, man. We just a phone call away.
For sure.
We all family. We all want to see each other succeed, man. As I always say, man, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. Amen. I'll check y'all out. Y'all can check me out tomorrow. I'll be on with B Watts at 8. So peace and love.
Appreciate you,
Coach. That was dope.
Yeah, man, that's my guy. That's my guy, my co-host. But man, y'all got any questions? Let us know. Pop up y'all questions right now. We're gonna be on this thing for just a little bit. Work for about like 10 more minutes, and we're gonna be up out this thing, man. I just appreciate having another great content creator come up on the platform with us, chop it up, talk sports in general, just to see it from a different point of view. You always hear us, me, Coach Dre, but to get to hear from somebody else different, it's always a blessing. So we appreciate you jumping on for sure.
I appreciate y'all having me. Got to have y'all over on Cess Talk Sports. We got to talk some buffs and all that good stuff. Just humbled by the experience. Really appreciative of the knowledge. I see the way your community is rocking back and talking on the chat. I love to see that. It seems like it's just I love when I meet like-minded people and it seems like the vision is the same. So. I don't know who connected us, but appreciate it. Always humble.
Man, nothing but love. I'm curious about the Colorado running back situation. Does anyone have an update on the starters? So I always say this: when it comes to the starters in a running back situation, as a whole, it really don't matter who starts, right? For me, I always say that it don't matter who starts; it matters who's finishing, right? Who's in that clutch moment? Who getting the ball? That's all I care about, right? That's who we counting on. I think we got our two backs that we're going to go with. And, as fall camp went on, you start to see less and less of certain people on camera for a reason. I think Michael's gonna get a lot of touches as a true freshman. And I think Dallin Hayden and I think Isaiah, number 23. I think that's gonna be the three backs. I love what Charlie's gonna bring, but those are my three backs when it comes to this season. I think Brandon Hood, he's gonna play his 4 games, but he's gonna be redshirted. But overall, it's gonna come down to Michael Welch, Dallin Hayden, number 7, and Isaiah Augustine, 23. That's the 3 running backs that I got for this season. So, but like I said, it's gonna be a matter who's gonna finish. The one thing I do love is we got a running back for every situation. If we need a receiving running back, number 23, Isaiah, he out there. Brandon Hood, number 26. We need a ground and pound, you got Michael Welch. You need somebody that can do it all, you got Dallas Hayden, and you got Charlie Offerdar, Swiss Army Knight. So you got a little bit of everything that you need in that running back room. It's just now about putting it together, putting them in the right situation to be successful. For me, my keys out of this running back situation is for us to have combined over 1,500 yards in the rushing game. That's what I want out of this season. We don't necessarily need a 1,000-yard runner, but we need at least to get over 1,500 yards to keep the balance attack going. Because Shedeur Sanders is probably going to end up with over 4,000 yards in passing. That's just how I look at it.
That's a great point. I don't even think I was even thinking about what you just said. But like a light bulb went off when you said it. Exactly. That's what he did. I always said, don't matter who start, who finish. I don't care. If you want to come out there and clap your 5 and do your dance, have them call your name, that's fine. They're going to call my name when this thing over. When it's over about the win. So who start, it don't matter. But what you said about the running backs, when you look at Charlie, when you look at Hayden, when you look at Isaiah Welch, right? When you looking at them, it's exactly what you said. It's like Deion got to pick. What is the situation? You go, and that's what I think. And that's something else I see that they do. I don't mean to keep going back to South Carolina Gamecocks and women's basketball, but it's the approach. Like Dawn, like I say all the time, she running like a blind 10 over there. I got everything I need for any situation that may show up. And that's the challenge with trying to be able to beat programs like this. And it goes back to what Coach said about not microwave or something. It's building it. So yeah, anybody could start. Anybody could finish. Well, should get some run. Hood should get some run. Hayden, everybody.
Situational football, man. That's all it comes down to. Situational football, and that's what I think we get carried away with. Like, man, who's starting? But think about it this way: who are the fans going to remember at the end of the game? The person who started or the person who scored touchdowns?
Exactly.
Because the person who started might not even score.
Exactly. They're gonna remember who finished, who made the plays, who was instrumental, you know what I mean, in securing the dub for sure. So yeah, great call out. Great call out.
Got any questions? Let us know. If you got any questions, man, I'm here to answer. You know, we finna rock out another 5 more minutes, and we're gonna be up out this thing.
Yeah. What game are you looking to the most this season?
For me, it's UCF. UCF is going to determine where the season is, what it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be. That's the game that I got penciled in. I got circled.
Really? That's the one that's going to determine everything. The UCF game. Why that?
Here's my reason. Here's my reason why. Right.
I got to hear the why on this one.
What UCF brings to the table for us in the run game, having 2,000-yard rushers, the wide receiver group that they got, and having a running quarterback, the physicality that the Buffalo is going to need to play with in that game to win is what's going to show you, can they stand up in the paint with the Kansas State? Can they stand up in the paint with the Utah? Can they stand up in the paint with Oklahoma State? Because the first test is going to be that. We already getting the first 2 tests out the way with North Dakota State and Nebraska, which is going to help us prepare us for UCF. UCF got more talent than both of those teams combined. So we can step it up and we can take care of business there. The job is going to come easier when we get to Kansas State because we didn't already seen this task. We already faced this objection 3 times. So for me, it's just looking at when you look at what UCF has, and they have a solid defense too. Don't get me wrong, they got a solid defense. They got edge rushers that's going. So when you seeing it and you keep passing that test, you just keep knocking one thing out the hurdle. So the UCF game is going to determine a lot for us. Plus, here's the thing that you got to realize: we go into a bye after the UCF game. Our players gonna shut it down, or they gonna bring it because the game's in Florida. We know it's gonna be a lot of Florida boys and a lot of the Georgia boys coming to the game.
Oh yeah.
Or you gonna be willing to face the task with the brightest lights, knowing that you going into a bye week. All your family, all your friends there, you know you're gonna get into something after that. You know you are. So
the turn-up is real. Win or lose. Yeah, for sure.
So
win or lose.
Your focus level for that game is going to determine a lot for the season, because what you don't want is Colorado to get up and if something happen, something fluky happen, they lose the game, we go into a bye and then we go into a spin cycle, right? You want to finish that, get to the bye week, be as healthy as we can, get everything situated to get ready for the Kansas State game. But the game that I'm really focused on for this season is UCF game for sure.
Got you. Okay. I mean, I like that. I didn't even get down to UCF because I was at Nebraska, because I was like, okay, this is going to be a test. We're going to be on the road. We finna really see who we are. We finna really see how everybody is engaging with us too, on and off the field, what the coverage is going to be like. So it was the Nebraska game, but I love to pick with the UCF because of the bye week and then having Kansas State right after that. And then, like you said, seeing like, okay, who's locking in? Who's locking in and being ready for the next challenge that's coming up?
Well, for me, the reason why I don't look at the Nebraska game like that is heavy on mine is because Shedeur, Travis, been there with the brightest lights. They've been in those national championship stages at the HBCU level. They've been at those championship games to win, and to see it. They played in NFL stadiums already, right? So like, Shedeur's gonna be comfortable in that setting. Travis is gonna be comfortable. They show up, right?
Oh yeah.
But now you're looking at the Nebraska side of it, right? So they took some injuries on their offensive line. They're starting a true freshman quarterback. Their defense, they lost some key pieces on their defense that they had last year that caused havoc. Of some of the upgrades that we have on offensive line and our defensive line. So they struggled a little bit with our defensive line last year. But, people overlooked that, because Jeff Sims was fumbling the ball so much. Now that we upgraded, so now what does that do when they lost a couple linemen, So it's a lot of things that miss and match. But going on the road to play Nebraska and then go and turn around and beat Nebraska, that's a big sign to help us for the UCF game, because now there's that task right there. Everything that we want, that we're building up for UCF, we're gonna face before we get to them. We're gonna face
absolutely.
We're gonna face the running team and misdirection first game. That's something that UCF wants to run. We're gonna play in a big stadium with a big crowd. That's when UCF gonna have a big crowd, right? We're gonna play in a rivalry game. Colorado State.
Oh yeah, that's a big game too. That's a big game too.
Yeah, that UCF game is gonna be like a new rivalry for Colorado, just because it's a Florida team. Everybody come to see Prime, and they both black and gold. So it's gonna be.
And it's a lot of Florida boys on both teams. It's gonna be a lot of Florida guys on both teams.
And then the week before, we're gonna be at a homecoming game. So everything that you can imagine, bright lights, situational football that we can imagine that we're gonna go through, we're gonna see it before we can get to UCF. UCF is just a task of, hey, we got the first journey out the way, right? Because I look at these and I break up the season in packs, right? The way the season is broke down is we're just trying to win the first part of this season, the first 25% of this season. That's UCF, right? We gotta be in a winning record coming out of that. All right. Then the next wave, we get the Kansas States, the Cincinnati's, the Arizonas, and that next wave. And then we got that last wave, where you got the Oklahoma States, the Utahs, things like that. So we got 3 different parts of the seasons. We got 3 different seasons. And then the playoffs is the 4th. So we just trying to win this first season, right? Come out with a winning record this first season and then move on.
I like that. So do you expect all the stars and everybody to show back up? You think they trying to jump back on the bandwagon? Everybody want to be around, hang a lot of hanger-oners coming back?
When it comes to stars, they never left. It's just they wasn't spotlighted as the season went on. They were still showing up to Boulder.
I think when I say stars, I mean like them coming out with college football Saturday and everybody is out, ESPN in the building, all of that kind of coverage.
That's gonna happen. I expect them to be there for the Baylor game, homecoming game, because it's homecoming, right? You know, everybody and their mom gonna be there for homecoming. So I expect ESPN, Fox, NBC, some way, somehow, you know, two out of those networks to be there. Because you know, ESPN got the first game, and so the second game you go to Nebraska, but then you look at the third game, you know, it's in Colorado State. It's not at Colorado this year. You know, that would have been at Colorado if it was at Colorado, but it's because it's at Colorado State. So you got to look at game number 4. Game number 4, Baylor, homecoming.
I don't know. I just lost Rob. I think he was saying homecoming is at Baylor. And I'm not in control of nothing that's going on here, so I don't want to pop off his live. I'll give him a few minutes. Rating matter and coach gets rate. Yeah, ratings matter. Coach gets ratings for sure. Stephen Woodland. That's what I definitely agree with that, and I think that's another thing they scared of, that Deion gets ratings, and that people was coming out to see Deion. Once they realize that it ain't just about Deion, that like he got a real football team that's doing something behind him. Listen, they're gonna be like, oh, it's football being played here too. Once they realize there's some good football being played there, then the people are gonna be getting on the bandwagon, I think, about football and not just about Deion. People was coming out last year just to be able to have an opportunity to be able to see Deion, right? Oh, my bad. I was just talking, Rob. You back?
You're good. we about
so
to
anyway,
so go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying I think they was coming out to see Deion, and they weren't coming out genuinely for football and the young people that Deion was trying to showcase. And I think now that they got there, it's like, oh, y'all here now. Wait till y'all get a load of them. Y'all seen me? Wait till y'all get a load of them. And the talent that he's putting on the football field is gonna change some minds this season. So looking forward to everything the Buffs got coming this season.
For sure, man. But hey, like always, man, we appreciate you for having you on. We appreciate y'all chat. I know like y'all gonna catch us on a rerun. Because y'all know not used to us coming back on Tuesday, but we back. It's football season. Y'all know the band is back. Y'all gonna see more of her. Come on this channel, come on the platform, man. Just always show love, man. If y'all new to the channel, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna drop her link one more time. Make sure y'all hit the link, man. Go subscribe, man, to the channel, to the platform. Show her some love, man. She getting us some good takes, and y'all don't even realize she do a lot of WNBA. She talks sports in general. Show her some love.
Appreciate
y'all
you.
know we show love around here. All right.
Yeah, and y'all make sure.
Get up out of here.
I got couple questions. Is it okay if I share my Discord link if y'all want to pull up and talk with us in the Discord? We call it Auntie's Mansion. It is the house that Key built. So I'm gonna drop the Discord link. Y'all pull up. We talk stuff over there. We got Cess Talks Bets with MJ Lover 23, where we give some picks daily. We will be giving some picks on football. We do some baseball, but we just talking sports, and we building a community. Everybody is welcome. Come on over. Let's talk sports. The more the merrier. Rob, the Man Media. Appreciate you reaching out, having me on the show. Fam, make sure y'all give Rob the Man Media a follow. Make sure y'all give him a follow. Let's help grow this thing. Let's help grow this thing. So appreciative and humble. Thank you so much.
Hey, Mr. Steve, reach out to me when you get some time. Reach out to me. I gotta talk to you. But hey, appreciate y'all, man. See y'all in the next one. Peace.